you're the writer-director of Suicide Club. Can you tell us how you got the inspiration for that story?
Okay, so that's a good question. Inspiration, I'd say the origin of the project was to come up with something affordable that I could finance myself. So it was rather like from the budgetary angle. So it needed to be something cheap, and so that would be something confined. And so the core concept came to me as, okay, so I need something I can do in one room with like a very like minimum amount of characters, so one room, one person, and one computer. And so what you get something like Suicide Club, which is basically quite close to Rear Window, the Hitchcock classic.
Oh, nice.
So you keep it all confined, and that was actually the main reason was to make it as cheap as possible, nice. So I could make it as a debut feature, and then I had to build a story with that. So it was a bit of a challenge. It wasn't really like I've got this cool idea, I want to make it into a film, so I need to make a first film. How am I going to do that?
Nice. So while you're writing and developing the story, how did you realize it was completed and then you were ready to walk away and start shooting?
I think the story, the process of writing was actually fairly quick. As soon as I got the concept pinned down, it just kind of flew naturally. And then I think the character really took the story away. At first it was supposed to be a male character, and then actually by turning it around and making her female, it became a bit more interesting. Added like some twist to it, like an additional layer to it. And I think when you stick to the character, you kind of know when it's ready. So in a way, kind of like the story, I let the story unfold by itself. At the time it was done, it was actually really quick. So in 1 month or month and a half, it was ready. So
it's pretty cool. So what prompted you to get into film? Like, when did you decide or realize that this is not just a hobby, this is like something you want to do?
Okay, well, this is actually, that's for me, that's the oldest dream ever since I was a kid. Like, okay, so I've always been fascinated with like images, stories with images, so be it a comic book or like a picture book or anything. And of course movies, they have it all. They've got the images, they move, you've got the music and everything, so it's just like the closest thing to real life. And so ever since I was a kid, my dream was, okay, I want to be a filmmaker. But I come from a country where there's absolutely no film industry. Whoops. So it's been quite challenging to actually get something made when you've got no infrastructure, no hub, so to speak, no community of filmmakers. So you've got to find your own way to do it.
So how did you get started into it? There's no structure, no nothing.
Well,
or like some of the challenges just trying to...
It's so I come from Switzerland originally, and there is no industry whatsoever over there. So what I did was, as soon as I could, I figured, okay, what's the best place I can actually go to make my first, to actually learn about filmmaking? And in Europe, it's London. So it's either London or Paris, but Paris French cinema is its own thing.
It's very close,
it's a bit, it's a bit different, and I'm quite in love with like American cinema, like, and the closest thing is really British cinema. They kind of like, there's a lot of interactions between the UK and America anyway, big productions. And so I went to London, and then I attended like the cheapest, crappiest film school I could, because that's the only thing I could afford. And basically it was like more technical than anything else, just try from lighting to audio, whatever, and it was like a crash course. And then I went on to make a couple of short films. And that was it. That was my first step, my approach to filmmaking, until I actually found a way to make a debut feature, which is Suicide Club.
Pretty sweet. So are you working on anything next?
Yes, because that's the whole idea. You make a feature, you make a debut feature in order to make the next one, right? So I have a couple of scripts that are ready. I'm writing a new one. And well, basically what I'm doing now, the reason why I'm here, the reason why I'm going to keep touring this film as much as I can, is to launch the next project, which I think might be one of these scripts, find producers, and get the next thing on tracks.
Pretty sweet. That's really informative. Well, thanks for being here, and thank you for sharing your wonderful film with us.
Well, thank you for selecting it. It was quite unexpected, and it's really, I was thrilled, absolutely.
It was great. Thanks, it was a pleasure.
Thank you.